Stuart, a win this afternoon against Aberdeen, what was your take on that?
First and foremost, just really pleased with the reaction that the players give us. We were critical, I was critical, they were critical of themselves just a few days ago. It wasn't us, it wasn't how we approached the game of football. Take aside the technical element, the tactical element of it, just making sure that you're involved in a game. I felt that, as a team shape for the very start of the day, you could see that we were cohesive, you could see that we were moving in relation to the ball. When we had possession of it, I felt as if we were much more connected, and I felt that when we were out of possession we were much more connected. And again, that's a simple way of looking at the game, but it's often how my eye works, and that gives you an opportunity in a game, Scott. I feel we scored two excellent goals, two really good goals. The second one's a wee bit opportunistic, I suppose, in the sense that they've just went down to 10 men. We try and exploit a weakness in the back line at that point. Delighted for Ewan Wilson to get his goal, of course, and there's a few boys that have come in not having much game time that asked them to come and try and freshen us up, give us a kind of renewed energy, and that's absolutely what they've done, Scott. So I don't go into too much more detail. The only other bit that would probably layer onto it that's evident for me and anybody that understands football is we know we can handle the ball far better than what we did in the second half. We know we can stretch the game and spend more time on it and make that victory much more comfortable for us, but I think what people have to understand is the players were hurting a wee bit after the performance against Hearts, and sometimes that wee bit of apprehension starts to sink into human beings. Ultimately it does. It's not what I want, it's not what they want. We want to be more fluid, we want to be more forward thinking, we want to go and create more chances and try and continue to entertain the supporters, but the most important thing for us today was to ensure that we got that clean sheet and that we got that victory, and the two goals were the icing in the cake, obviously.
At the time of filming this, we've moved up the table. We've just reached the 30-point mark this afternoon as well. How important is that to reach that milestone so early on in January?
Yeah, I think it's huge for our football club. We have lofty aspirations. We do. I'm a really ambitious person. I've said that to you before. I believe that I work with a football club and a group of people that have got real ambition, and how much further can we take it. That's never to get carried away with yourself, but you want to get to that 30-point mark. For me, is always a good foundation. I've been involved before, maybe at stages last season and maybe my previous club, where it's difficult in this league. It's a real challenge in this league, and you fight and you scrap to try and get to that number and beyond. I feel that this is a good time of year to be reaching that landmark. Maybe it could be more, of course, but for us that's something to kind of rubber stamp, and hopefully a foundation to build on. We're not going to have much time to sit and think about it at this point. We're very quickly patching things up and looking towards what will be a completely different game against Kilmarnock in a couple of days' time.
Hard not to touch on the likes of Callum Slattery making his return over 12 months out. The last time we seen him on the pitch was this time last year. Paul McGinn also back on the pitch today. Was that always in the back of your mind that you were going to try and get these players and integrate them a little bit today? Yeah,
listen, it brings a smile to my face. I know these guys, I know their personalities, I know their characters, I know how hard they work, I know how much they want to play for this football club. So again, this is sometimes the bit that people don't see, the relationships and you watching people grind and work so hard to get back from long-term injuries. Paul's been out for a while. He's played plenty of games. He's been a mainstay for me. He's been, he's my captain. But a special mention to Callum. I think just when you come back, that's now us into, I think, just about 11 months. Over 11 months of him not playing football. We'd hoped to get him a bounce game a couple of days ago. I've been watching him in training. He impresses me so much in how he plays the game, and his desire and his appetite for the game. He wants to handle the ball. He wants to get in possession. And the supporters here have seen how good a player he is and how good a player he can be for us. So I think just that human touch and that human element, it's just nice to see somebody coming back doing the thing that they love to do, Scott.
Thanks for your time, Stuart. Well done.
Cheers.